So, Jujutsu Kaisen's ending. My Hero's been over for like a couple weeks now. Demon Slayer was first. Out of all the new anime that's been out, and manga, I guess, the new gens, right? As we all like to repeatedly call them. It's a fitting name too, by the way. But all these new anime ending, people often don't like the ending, and they often say that this been on for it's only been on for a couple of years. It's really ending already. And I have an answer to all you people. You're ruining anime for yourself. It's a random topic, I know, but I have to say, you ever notice how when a new anime comes out, some series that nobody's ever heard of, I can name examples like, Fire Force, Demon Slayer, Vinland Saga, Jujutsu Kaisen, okay? Even when My Hero was first coming out. A lot of these series that have been made into anime, the manga already existed for about a couple years prior to the anime being a thing. Now, when I say nobody heard about it, I don't mean these things weren't popular. They're obviously popular. Japan, they look at the statistics and the charts, and of course it's about money too. So when they see these manga are popular because people are trending it online and they're going crazy, even when there's false hype behind it, like Kagurabachi, which, by the way, happened to end up being something that's actually good. People were trying to cancel it before it came out, but little did they know that attempt to make fun of it and clown it and make memes of it online, which Japan actually, by the way, mistakenly took all of those internet comments because they don't really understand it. So they thought it was actually really popular, like people loved it before it came out. They were confused. They didn't know why it was popular before it came out. So I guess they thought that it was going to be something big. Little did they know, it ironically actually became a good series. It's not as big as that hype train that came around with it, but it's actually a good series nonetheless. So my point in bringing Kagurabachi up is, if I compare it to those new anime I just mentioned earlier, the My Heroes, the Demon Slayers, the Jujutsu Kaisens, okay? All of those three, when they had an anime, the people who were talking about it and making it trend online because the animation is so nice, or they like something that's going on so much, they like the animation or the premise or whatever, especially Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen. Those are the two that really got heavily praised and went trending for animation alone. Most people don't follow the story. They don't understand what's going on, or they only watched it because everybody was talking about it. They want to get in on it. And those type of people, they want to get in on the trends. They want to be up to date with everybody. They want to be a part of the party, a part of the fad. Not the Diddy party, but the regular party. And they want to be a part of the fad. So following the anime coming out, they need more. So what do? They go and read the manga. Little do they know, this is where the problem lies at. And you don't realize that these manga that you're going to read after you get a glimpse of the anime and you get to taste how good the anime is, when you're going to read the manga now, this series has been out for a couple years. It's been out for at least 4 years maybe, or 2. I know a lot of these newer ones are getting picked up way quicker, so they're out for like a year and a half, maybe 3 years. But sometimes it's a couple years nonetheless. Despite how many, it's a couple years. So you're trying to speed run, and you do speed run. You speed run on years worth of manga content and story that's been coming out over the course of a couple years. You just saw the anime this year, and the manga's been out for 3 years already, 4 years maybe. You saw the anime, you like it so much, you don't want to stop where the anime is. No, you want to go and read the manga now. People did it with Attack on Titan. People did it with Demon Slayer. You do it with Jujutsu Kaisen. You've done it with My Hero. They do it with everything, and it's not a problem, right? I've done it with certain anime. I'm not saying you can't enjoy the creation so much that you want to go see the source material. That's not what I'm saying. But when you do this, you got to understand what's coming with it. You're jumping in on something that's been around for 4 years and you're trying to speed run it right now. You're not gonna have the same views that you would expect that you when you watch the anime, and now you're getting to the third arc, because the manga is 4 arcs deep and you're in the third arc, and then the manga is about to end next year and you're complaining because of that. You have to realize that, yeah, you have been interested in this thing for about 3 years. Yeah, it feels like for you this manga has been out for 3 years. You just got into it. You got to remember, bro, it's been out for a long time. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, people have been reading it this whole time. And I know for JJK specifically, I was reading it before it came out, because I remember for a fact, because people don't know this, but in the back of mangas sometimes on certain pages you'll see the promotional pages, okay? And I don't have the physical copies of any manga, but reading it online, those promotional pages make it into the scans, and they'll advertise, oh, a new coming anime announcement, blah blah blah, or, you know, some announcements or whatever magazine thing, you know, reader comments and questions, but mainly Japanese, you know, reader questions and stuff, because this is happening from over there. It's the source. So you'll see that a lot too. So I knew JJK was getting the anime before the anime news sites hit it, because I was reading it. And a lot of people weren't reading it. You know, some people do, a lot of channels do. They already on the mangas, so they covered it, say, oh, yo, this manga's getting an anime. But some people only find out about it when the anime is first coming out and getting announced. It's finally getting announced everywhere. You got a trailer out, or people are watching it already because the first episode came out, and you're finding out how hype it is online because everybody's on it. Like Demon Slayer, most of the people, I know for a fact, most of the people who watched Demon Slayer never knew about the shit before it was an anime. And that's how it, and again, that's not a problem. That part of it's not a problem, but this is just the fact of the matter. You know, most of the people did not know about it. The people specifically that are hyping it up and talking about how crazy it is and how much better it is than this anime and your favorite anime, they never knew about it before it was an anime. Then they go read it. They speed run and catch up on the past 4 years that it's been out, or 3 years, or however long. I don't know about that one, but it could have been out for longer, because some things get adapted way later in their life, right? But long story short, they hop in and the pace is different for them, you know, or it's not like you don't get the same feeling you did from the anime, because maybe Demon Slayer is a good example of this, because Demon Slayer, when you compare the anime to the manga, not to give any flack to the manga artist, but for lack of a better term, the manga's art and aesthetics are subpar to the visuals that the anime can provide for you, especially because it's moving too. So you're getting to see a lot more. The character designs are more consistent because it's not somebody doing their free, you know, they're free drawn, and their art style is evolving over time and changing. It's a studio that is looking and analyzing this person's art style and making it into some formatic way. You know, they're kind of, I don't know the word to say, but they're kind of making it, they're refining it. Okay, they're refining it and making it into this copy pastable thing. So it has some sort of cohesion to it. You know, is that even, I can't use any of the right words right now, but my point is, they make it all consistent, okay? Demon Slayer is a good example of that. The anime comes out, people love it so much, they start reading the manga, they say it's shit. They get to the ending, it's extra shit now for them. They didn't like, people were dogging the manga the whole time. They wanted to read it, and you can see this for a fact. I know people that said it. And you see it online at the time, back then. You see it online. I wish I had a channel around then, bro. I wish I was trying to make a channel. I would have been talking about all the shit when the storm was happening. All these shit storms, like Attack on Titans ending, Demon Slayer. I would have been talking about all of it in live time, but now I can only talk about it in hindsight. Because for a fact, a lot of people who love the anime, they only kept with the manga so they could get the story. And they're forcing themselves to catch up to a story that's already almost about to end because it's in its final arc in the manga. But the first season of the anime just started, and now you're trying to speed run and catch up, and you noticing every single flaw, and and in the art style, you're not getting the same treatment from the anime, because the anime is like perfecting. It's like an attempt to perfect the medium or whatever source material it's adapting. Right. That's always kind of the goal of the anime. At least around now, they attempt to take this thing that was great and amazing that people love, they capture it and they try to capture what made it great, and they try to put that on screen in a arguably better medium, because you can have the same story, same characters, everything, but now it's more layers to it. You can hear the characters, you can feel them, because you're hearing how they sound when they say certain lines. You know, not to say any of that emotion's not there in the manga. I'm not here to talk about all that, but that's my point, right? Some people don't even like reading manga. Some people don't know how to read manga. There is a way to read manga. Some people don't even know how to read it. Some people could have gone from the anime, which is giving you everything right there on screen happening, playing out for you. The whole narrative is playing out. They could have went from that to the manga, which now you have to, your comprehension and not only comprehension of reading, but your ability to know how to even read the panels correctly, because that is a thing. You have to know how to read the panels correctly and which speech bubbles to read first, and sometimes people might miss certain details on a page that the author wants you to look at before you start reading, and all that sort of little shit, right? They go from the anime, which is giving you all these extra layers to chop out. You don't even have to read and comprehend shit half the time, or you don't have to try to guess if the character's angry. Is he mad while he's saying that? No, you can hear it in the emotion now. You can hear the voice actor conveying that. So people sometimes don't even like manga compared to anime. They only force themselves to read it because it's a specific anime that they like a whole lot, and they just want the story. Some people don't like reading manga. Some people think it's boring. I think there's a lot of manga that's better than the anime adaptation that they have. There's a lot like that. And there's some anime that's undeniably better than the manga. And that doesn't mean the manga artist wasn't doing his thing. It just means that the manga artist what he did was so great that these people took so much care and precision into analyzing what this great thing was, and they can capture that same greatness on screen, and now it's like it has the extra layer to it already because it's animated. Why would you not want to see Luffy go Gear 5th, but actually in motion this time? Even Oda, the creator of One Piece, says how envious he is, jokingly and half not jokingly. He's dead serious. He says he's envious of the anime and how they can bring out certain things and highlight and convey certain emotions and shit like that, and just shit like that. They could put more finesse on the scene. The camera angle panning around with Luffy doing Red Rock. He can only draw so many panels of that shit happening. The rest is up to the viewer's imagination, which is, he does a good job. But I might be digressing now. My point is, man, if you people are gonna get into an anime and you love it so much, you should think twice before you just go and read the manga because you like it and you want to get caught up in everything about it right now. You should slow down and chill out, bro. When the manga was out, if you were reading the manga when it first came out, you would have to wait too. Okay, you don't have to speed run everything because that kind of will mess up your enjoyment of it. And at least if you're a speed runner, this is a tip for you. If you like to speed run the shit you read and the shit that you watch, then you should look over it twice. You should I read chapters twice. Not even if I don't understand anything. Even if I understand the chapter, I'll read it again to try to see if there's anything else, and I'll try to read it from a different perspective than I did the first time, slightly. Like how you do with books. Like I've read books multiple times. Not to say like I'm just out here reading books every day, but the books that I've read it once, twice. I mean, I've read it once. Yeah, you can say that. I read it once, twice, but nah, I read it once. And then, I try to read it again a different way. So, yeah, I read it once, twice. But my point is, yeah, man, y'all got to watch out. Y'all spoiling yourselves. Because y'all watch the anime for certain things. Y'all dive into the manga, and, it's not as good. Or you can't get into it the same. Like, you're expecting perfect endings for everything, man, or you're being like, you're so caught up in what you expect the story to be. I'm gonna have a deeper video about this. This video is not supposed to be this long. I'm gonna end it here because I'm definitely gonna make a deeper, more descriptive video talking about all these separate topics. I just had to put a video out. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I put a video out, so I thought I needed one. So here it is. The allergies fucking me up. I might have to end it here. I can't keep a 20-minute video going on today. Little side topic, little random topic discussion. Okay, leave a like, subscribe. I'm gonna be talking about more shit, bro. I'll try to break down a lot of things, like how people should not be expecting a lot of these manga to survive more than 5 years. And when you see one get axed, that means when you see one get canceled randomly, you shouldn't be surprised either. Especially if you're not reading this shit on the official website. Don't be surprised because they're looking at the numbers. You know that, right? They're looking at the stats when they cancel those manga that you liked while it was going on. They're looking at the charts, the Shonen Jump, the Viz, looking at all that, Jump Plus. So hey, man, be careful what you hype up. You might hype up the wrong thing. Some things nowadays get hyped up, and it's not even as great as these people are trying to say it is. But they might have an agenda, they're trolling, or they got bad taste and a strong internet popularity, around them. They got a large following count on the internet and bad taste. So they got, they in the anime communities, they can make a post and have all their little mutes, as they call them, all my mutes. All your mutes are posting the same thing you're posting, so you can have it trending on the page. I've seen it before, bro. I've literally seen a big chunk of the Attack on Titan fan base in the Discords and all that shit. When Attack on Titan ended, I hopped in the Discord. I wanted to see what was going on. I was always like, you know what? I actually fuck with Attack on Titan so much. Let me actually jump in this quote unquote community and see what's going on. What's the topics? What's the discussions? Where people, where the analytical people at? Everybody was just bitching and complaining about random shit and how Eren didn't end up with Mikasa and all this random shit, bro. It was stupid. And then a lot of people they will band together in their DMs and all their mutes, all my mutes, whatever the fuck they be saying on Twitter. Their mutual friends and all that, and the friends of their friends, this mutual, all that. That's what that shit means, I guess. The mutuals, all my mutes. They put all them motherfuckers together, and they'll sit there and spam a certain hashtag or certain words on Attack on Titan or whatever particular thing it is, just to forcibly make it trend. So things will trend unnaturally. It's not like it's trending. You can't look at stats and numbers all the time, because humans are still involved in this shit. Yeah, numbers might not lie, but humans do, okay? So that's how that works. Okay, if you see something trending on Twitter or something's got top the most views on Steam, or this video has 1 million views here, it might not be because it's good, bro. It might be because people think it's good, or they got tricked into thinking this is something hot, but they get on it and it's a meme. When people are trolling, copy pasting the same comment because it's an ironic thing. It's a whole inside joke. That's how shit happens, man. A lot of that happens. This was a ranting video at this point. And this is going on 20 minutes. I'm gonna have to end it. Might find some allergy medicine because I'm dying over here.